Hi Libra, welcome. It is July 2017. What? What is going on? How is the time going so fast? I don't have a clue. Welcome. So, this is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. But you all know that I'm a big believer that, even if Libra is not one of the planets that mainly represents you, and you clicked on this video, you were meant to click on it. So, to me, it's like divinely guided. So your message will be here, okay? Otherwise, if you are here, if you're Libra Sun, don't forget to check your Moon and Rising. And, just sitting here trying to think what spread I want to do. So, of course, I invited my beautiful sister Tracy into your reading, Libra, because she's a Libra. And it's so funny because her and I talked about, my interest in this area. And let's just put it this way. I kind of turned her thinking around. So I find it hilarious that I now, or that she now sits within my readings. But she does. Very clear. And I thank her. And I thank you. And I thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your donations. The donations truly allow me to keep this channel going. And, oh my gosh, I don't even know what I would do at this point without the channel, because you guys feel like my family, Like, oh. Okay, guys. Let's just get right into it. Yeah, let's get right into it. I do have my window open because my air conditioning is down, and I am on a pretty busy road. So I do apologize if you hear trucks. I tried to set my audio up so it'll, where it drowns out the background sound. So we'll see, hopefully. Okay, let's get started. The Lovers. This is a card of Gemini, but I always feel Libra in this card. And if you've been following me, you know that's the truth. I mean, I always feel Libra. Though it does represent Gemini. 7 of Earth. The 7 of Pentacles. Beautiful. 10 of Cups. Beautiful. The Emperor. Ba-da-dum-bum. 7 of Cups. Hermit. So we have 3 major arcanas out of 6. We have the Page of Waters at the bottom of the deck. Beautiful energy. Actually, I'm going to take this out. I feel like it's going to play an importance. I have to say, just with the numerology that's showing itself, I see growth right off the bat. Okay, let's add some love into the mix. Love for Libra. Man and woman, woman and man, man and man, woman and woman. I can't think of any other combinations. Sure, I'm leaving something out. The point is, this is open to all love. All love. Love is love. getting to know each other. It is safe for you to love. Beautiful. I like these two cards next to each other because it feels like the beginning of a relationship to me. Yikes. Deception. Damn, deception. Damn. Like, why? Well, that's why. Bottom of the deck, pay attention to the red flags. Unfortunately, it's connected to your ex. The good news is X. Okay. You make sure you can see. Bring this down a little bit more. Today, I think for you guys, I'm going to use the Crystal Vision for clarifiers. I think I might use both. So we're going to bring them both out. Bring them both out into the energy. Okay. So Page of Waters was at the bottom of the deck. And I did feel like this was the beginning of a relationship developing. And that is what the Page of Waters is. This is a new person who enters into our life. Can certainly be a relationship that feels new, starts a new chapter, or begins a new phase, that kind of thing. And I can see that because your outgoing card is the Ten of Cups. So this is beautiful. So I feel like, you know, there's a few cards here that have the, you know, a little heavier energy, especially deception. But the bottom line is, we end with the Ten of Cups. So anyways, that's what it feels like. It feels like someone just entered into your life. Now, a page is a message or a person. Usually when it's a person, it is, you know, I usually look at a page as like an adult child. You know, and I guess that adult child could be of any age, but, you know, they're always a page to you. But that's not what I'm feeling here. So I do feel like this is a new relationship beginning. I feel like there's a few of you who are... Okay, this could go a couple different ways, but I'm feeling like there are some Libras out there who may be involved with an Aries, and you may be involved with a Virgo. Or it could just be the energy of fire and the energy of earth. Not the energy, but, you know, a person. And I see you right between the two of them. Not literally. Well, I don't know. Maybe. But I see that, I see a decision. My head, like, I feel like I'm watching tennis. And my head's just going back and forth and back and forth. Which one? I don't know. They're both strong. They both are, both care about their foundation. You know, really, that's their major thing. Both can hold back a little with their emotions. And one seems to show me more emotion than the other. So you're kind of in this decision mode. Now, for some of you, this could be this new person enters. And this new person is an emperor, an Aries, or the hermit, a Virgo. And this is where the decision begins. I do feel that if this is your scenario, I do feel like the Virgo has been with you. I feel like it almost feels like the Aries will give you more of what you need, but your feelings are stronger for the Virgo or Earth sign. And it's funny because it feels like both roads are nice roads. You know, it doesn't feel like I have to worry, you know, if I decide to go this direction, that this person's going to hurt me, or if I go this direction, that this person's going to hurt me. It really feels more just in what feels right to you. So, I mean, it's just needing to make a decision. Just needing to make a decision. And you know, again, I don't feel like, especially with it's safe for you to love, really kind of anchoring this reading, I don't feel like, well, not anchored, crowning it, I don't feel that it is like either one is a bad choice. Okay. So I do have the card Deception right above the Hermit. And we have the card Pay Attention to the Red Flags is right behind it. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and let me clarify right now. I'm going to clarify Deception. You know, deception can be anything. It can be 3 people. Well, 3 people plus yourself. So, you know, it can be you wearing the false mask here. You know, perhaps Aries doesn't know about Virgo and Virgo doesn't know about Aries. Oh, card fly. Geez, all your cards are flying right off the table. Okay, one more card. Jeez. Alright, there's way too many cards. I'm sorry. There's like 20 cards. One more time. Libra. I know it's a lot of cards, but I just feel like there's something that needs to come out here. So I have the High Priestess here. Now remember, we are clarifying. No wonder so many cards. I forgot. You know, it's really clarifying 2 cards. Deception. And pay attention to the red flags. So the High Priestess coming out. It's almost like these cards are for the Emperor and these cards are for the Hermit. And neither one looks fantastic. You know, with the Aries, it looks like, you know, we have the 3 of Cups in reverse with the 2 of Swords. And the 7 of Coins. Okay, well, okay, so maybe this is where our deception lies. Just realized with the 3 Cups in reverse, with this 2 of Swords, okay, this kind of feels like this may be a third party. 3 people. But I want to say, when I say that, I don't feel like it comes as a surprise to you. Whether you actually know it already or you have been feeling the energy. I know you've been feeling the energy. And again, I want to remind you real quick, this is not someone that you have been with, you know, well, that's not true, because I do feel like one of them you've been with longer, and then one comes in, and then here comes that decision. So it does kind of feel like you, for some of you, you've been with this fire sign. And at the same time, it still doesn't feel long. Like, I don't feel like I've been in a 20-year marriage with this person. But it's clear that, you know, there is a third party. Now, it could be you. It could be you, Libra. Even though that's not really your characteristics, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like your heart won't allow you to do something like that. But it happens, right? You know, sometimes we operate out of our shadow side, or we meet someone and we can't help the attraction, even though the universe is like, no, no, red flags. We ignore them. Okay. Well, that's what it feels like to me. But yet at the same time, I feel like there's something going on here with Virgo or the Earth sign. two different messages here. The first message has nothing to do with what we were just talking about. I'm sorry, but, you know, it's just coming to me. So I want to say for some of you involved with an earth sign, and I do feel like this is that you are married here, okay? So I'm going to make this quick. I do feel like you are married. I do feel like there has been difficult situations in your marriage or committed relationship. It doesn't have to be marriage, but I feel like you're living together. You definitely committed. Well, you made that commitment. But it feels like, you know, it feels like this earth sign Libra, it feels like the earth sign is someone who, you know, instead of coming home to you, they go to the bar. You know, instead of spending the weekend at home or making plans with you, they go golfing. I should say they did. Because I do feel like there is a coming around here. A realization. I feel like they're going to start to see what they're doing. Now, Libra, you may be making a move. You know, you may be putting your foot down and, you know, saying, you know, I have one foot out the door if we don't turn this around. Because I feel like this person wants to be with you. Yeah, there's the conflicts. Look at that. The Emperor shows up. The Emperor shows up. It's like where there used to be peace and harmony, there's now fighting and arguing and people not thinking about their words. Wow, okay. For some of you, I know this is confusing and I'm just trying to figure out as I go, so you have to bear with me. So this is what, okay, this is what I feel. I feel that, again, we had this situation where we have the earth sign and the fire. And you, Libra, have to make this decision. And I know it's you making the decision. So I don't feel like this is reversed. And I feel that, again, you have one foot out the door. And it is when you start to tell this person that, like, I literally can't take it anymore. You know, this is not what I signed up for. I do feel that I don't know, I feel like they get clarity. I know that they don't want to lose you. And I feel like that's why they're showing up as the Emperor. Because what I feel now is that when you look at the Emperor, because you've been with, you know, it's like you know the energy of Earth. And, I mean, you know, this person holds back their emotional feelings verbally. Like they don't talk about their feelings. Where I feel on the other end, it is feelings come easily. You know, with the fire, it's like they easily talk about how they feel. And that's what you're looking for. It's like you love this person, but you're looking for the energy, like the Emperor. You want your foundation to be strong, and it's feeling shaky. You know, it's like you want to look up to this person, or you used to look up to this person, and you want that again. I feel like there's been a lot of, I don't know, you know, well, I mean, I know this person goes to the bar and what have you, so there's drinking, and, you know. But yet at the same time, I feel like you turn this around. Not you, they turn it around. And they become like the Emperor again. So I feel like you are saying no to the Emperor, and you end up staying with the Earth sign. This is for someone who, I know this is confusing. It's even confusing me. But what I'm talking about right now is people in a committed relationship, okay? I still feel the energy of Libra having to choose between two people, someone new that comes in. But right now, for some reason, Spirit took me right to this scenario. And we're clarifying the deception and paying attention to the red flags. But I do feel like this person, this Earth sign, wants to turn this around also. You know, this is why they go to the bar. Or at least this is why what they tell themselves. You know, it's the arguing and, you know, petty fights and things like that. So this is what they say. And this is going on. I can feel it. But it's not your fault. It's not their fault. It's both your faults. You know? But it just feels a little bit more, well, let me put it this way. It's more on them in how they're choosing to react. But I do feel through honest communication and through really controlled communication and your words, Libra, I almost feel like you need to write this person a letter. And yes, you live with them, but why I'm saying that is because I feel that right now, you know, if you want to work on this energy right now, I feel that they're still a little closed off to hearing without wanting to respond before you're even done talking. So they're not actively listening to you. So I feel like if you write them a letter, and express exactly how you feel, and be very honest, and then before you give that letter, read it yourself. Because I see you going in and making changes to that letter. Because let me tell you, when you write a letter, a real letter, what I love about a letter, and I'm not telling you to do this because I love letters, I love receiving a letter, I love writing letters, that's not why. This is Spirit telling you, this is how you can get your emotions out and really be heard, okay? And this is not something you have to continue doing, but right now it needs it. And again, before you hand that letter over, read it to yourself. Because I feel that you are even going to have more clarity when you write that letter. And there's things that you're going to be like, oh, no, no, no. You know, I thought I was that angry, but I'm really, you start to see it yourself too. You know, like you see the little parts that you had to play in it. And another advice is when you give them the letter, don't be there. Like, don't be watching over them as they're reading the letter. Leave the house. Like, literally do not be in the same house. Because I feel that when they read the letter, I feel the first reaction is going to be a little of, what? You know. But I feel that they will also read it a second time. And as they do, they will start to understand. Now, this is not a nasty letter you're writing. But you are being honest and open. It's not threatening, though you're making clear statements, okay? And it just feels like that turns it around. Okay, so the deception is not horrible. Oh, did not want to put those cards back there. Okay, I'm going to go right into the Seven of Cups. Because this is where, listen, I feel like this decision that needs to be made within the Seven of Cups, it's a complex decision. It's a decision that takes time. It's not a snap judgment, okay? So I want to find out more about that. I know for some of you, it is you are juggling two people. And I feel that one you have been with longer, and the other just kind of walks in the door. So you got to make a decision there. I also feel like some of you are making a decision about a home. This feels good. It's just that it feels like I don't know, it's weird. I feel like I'm on House Hunters. I don't know if you guys ever watch that, HGTV. But that's what I feel like. I'm at House Hunters and I have 3 houses I can choose from. And I like them all. I like them all. But at the same time, I know that I have to put a deposit down before someone else takes it. Look at that, the Hangman. Exactly. That's kind of what's going on right now. Well, you know, I feel like part of this, part of the decision when it relating to this home or choosing a home is because it's a little sad for you to leave where you're at. Even though you are upgrading, let's say, adding additional square footage, there's still some sadness about moving forward. Because it feels like, you know, with the Magician in reverse next to the Hangman, it's almost like, you know, you're not quite ready. You're just not quite ready. Okay, but here's that new beginning. You know, the Ace of Swords showing up, just make sure you know, make sure your legal paperwork is good. Don't feel rushed, because that's the thing. I feel like you're feeling a little rushed because you're looking at 3 pretty nice homes, and you're afraid someone's going to come, swoop in and take this home before you can make a conscious decision on which direction you want to go. And yet, there is still that sadness. So you love where you're at, but maybe, maybe you just had a child and you need more square footage. That's what it feels like. Like you need to move. Not that you're being forced out, but it's like, your family's growing or whatever the reason. But this is a good thing. Don't get me wrong. This is a great thing. You're looking at 3 very beautiful homes. And you do get the home that you want. It's just that you're just not quite ready to make that commitment. So, I don't even feel like you have to rush here. So maybe that's the message. Like, don't rush yourself, and don't, okay. This is what I'm seeing right now. So there's parts of the home that you're in right now that you love the character of the home, because I see you like these beautiful glass doorknobs. And I see you taking the doorknobs off and replacing it with regular hardware, regular doorknobs. You're taking, they almost look like crystal. You're taking them with you. And there's where your decision is hard, because it is the characteristics of that home that you truly love. Listen, I do feel like this next home is, it almost feels like your forever home. So I do feel like there's going to be a lot of joy there. But at the same time, take your time, okay? The only one who's rushing you is you. Well, I mean, your real estate agent might be rushing you, but I just feel like the right home will be there for you. And go ahead and take those doorknobs. I would too. Okay. So Libra, I just feel like doing something different. I hope you guys don't mind. I mean, if there's any sign who's going to be like, yeah, sure, Sandy. You're the ones that would just be like, yeah. Okay. So I feel like just putting one card on each card. All right, so we're getting to know you with the 4 swords. And the Page of Wands. I don't use this deck very often. This may be the 3rd time. So I hope you don't mind that I take a moment just to kind of get lost in the picture. It's almost like this card's putting me in a trance. And I kind of feel like that's what you're doing. I feel like you are kind of putting someone in a trance, a love trance. It's almost like being hypnotized. I feel like you are pulling someone in so deeply. And it almost feels like they don't even know what's going on. All they know is, like, all they know is, I have to be with you. And I don't know, it's almost like you're using, like, love potions. That type of thing. But you're not. Well, I don't know. So it's like you've been calling this person in. And it almost feels, this is kind of a beautiful energy. It feels like they don't even know how they got there. It feels like a trance, I'm telling you. Like they wake up and they're like, I don't even know how I got here. It's really the most beautiful energy. Well, Libra, you're using like your magical powers is what you're doing. You know, it feels like you are showing, it feels like, okay, this is what it feels like. It feels like you have gone through this transformation. And through this transformation, you are learning, you're learning how to use your energy to your benefit. You know, I have the Empress here. But when I first see this card, I know it's the Empress. I think of Adam and Eve. You know, like you are tempting them. You know, you are temptation. And it doesn't matter how hard they fight. They cannot help but be drawn to you. Hey, listen, this must be soulmate energy. And when I say your temptation, I mean it in the, you know, not that you're being sneaky. You're just really learning how to use your energy. Male or female. But let me tell you, it's like your sexuality has come alive. Your sensuality is everyone can feel it, that kind of thing. So you are bringing this person in deep. Now, I feel like these two cards go together. So we have It's Safe for You to Love. Then we have the Three of Swords in reverse. Beautiful. Beautiful. So this is getting over what previously have felt like hell. I don't know how to, you know, hell, we all know it. But this is now, the swords are able to fall out of you. Drop away. Sorry, there's a motorcycle out there. Such a beautiful card. how beautiful is that? It's safe for you to love. And then you get the Three of Swords in reverse. Strength. So some of you may have been trying to get over a Leo. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Like some of you have been trying to get over this Leo, and it's success. You're successful. So we have the King of Swords on deception, and I know we've already clarified it, but I want to do it again. These cards have a very shadowy side to them. I kind of love them. I don't know why I haven't been using them more often. So the King of Swords, I think, is just represented. I mean, for some of you, it is a, it is an air sign. But I feel this is more just representative of, to me, what this feels like, it is more men who have been deceptive. Sorry, Libra men, I'm not picking on you. I'm just in this energy is what I'm feeling. But with the Three of Wands that follows that, this is about looking out now into your future with hope. This is that energy of maybe starting over again, but having like such a positive mindset. Libra, something's going on with your energy. Like, can you, even the way I'm talking. Well, I feel like this is saying that this energy, this heavy energy, for some of you is coming to an end. And it's like a newfound clarity, a newfound hope for the future. And I also feel that you are now starting to concentrate on your own foundation. It almost feels like you have to. But you're excited about it. You're ready for this, what may be a challenge, but you're ready for it. Okay, down the Emperor. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Been in reverse. Well, okay. So, for a very few of you, I feel like there's a few of you who are making a trip to like Vegas, Dubai, somewhere where they're known for their gambling, okay? Because I'm hearing love. Okay, just repeat that to me. Okay, well, I lost this. Frank Sinatra, like, let be a lady tonight. That song. Let be a lady tonight. No, I'm not sure. I just forgot the words. But I feel like this is telling you, be careful. Be careful. Don't spend more than you can afford to lose. Okay? Because I don't feel luck is on your side right now. Not when it comes to this. It's not that I feel like it won't be a lot of fun. I do feel like it'll be a lot of fun, but I feel like it's just a message like, don't bet the house, you know, don't bet the farm. Well, yeah, because, oh my gosh, look at this. So the Emperor on top of the Emperor. But he's in reverse. So that's kind of what it's telling you. You know, if you go out and bet all your money, you're going to lose. So where you're strong here, you're now weak. You know, it almost feels like, I don't know. I feel like I'm talking to someone who, well, you know, I'm just going to say it. I feel like you may have a gambling problem. Because I feel like it could get to the point where you could literally bet away your house. Bet away your foundation. And it's not a good bet. Okay? It's very, very clear here. It is not a good bet. I would stick to the slot machines and quarters. Like, honestly. Oh, okay, let's move on. The Seven of Cups with a Chariot. And the Chariot's in reverse. Well, the Chariot's in reverse because you need to make this decision about love. It's a decision about love that you have to make. Now, I do have the King of Cups here. So, for those who are not involved with this Aries and Virgo situation, this could certainly be your King of Cups. Male or female, okay? And he is in the upright. So I feel like he's showing up trustworthy. But it is you who is afraid to make that decision. Or you're not ready. I shouldn't say you're afraid, because this is more about not ready. But I also feel with the Chariot in reverse, it is about don't wait too long. You know, because I feel like, well, you know, it's weird. My eye just got taken down here. It's like this king becomes the Knight of Swords. You know, just looking at the card, flies away. So don't wait too long. You know, with the Eight of Wands in reverse, too. It's almost like, I almost feel like saying, Libra, don't let this one get away. And I do feel this is a water sign. And I do feel that water is very prominent in their chart. So, sun, moon, or rising. I don't feel like you have to dig. You know, their Venus, you know, is their Venus in Scorpio, that kind of thing. So, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. Sun, moon, or rising. But I feel like this is one you don't want to let get away. Especially if, you know, your reason is because you feel it's not safe. That you feel that there's something untrustworthy about this person. Because I don't feel that they're showing you that. I feel like you're just thinking that. You may be thinking back to someone else and putting someone else's actions upon their shoulders. You know? And you don't want to do that. Because this person, whether male or female, is coming with a very true and unique heart, by the way. So it feels like different than what you've known. Eight of Swords and the Eight of Wands. So, you know, it could be your confidence. You know, you're lacking the confidence right this moment. But he doesn't care. She doesn't care, okay? I can tell you that. It's like, you know, I want you to still put the effort in some way. Or come out and just tell him. Like, I feel with this person, you can be very honest. Like, oh, like I'm so afraid, you know? And I feel like they will calm you right down. I mean, there is a lot of trapped energy right here in the middle of your spread. But it's not universal energy, it's your energy. It's because you choose to stay in that mode. This person's going to help you come out of that. Definitely going to help you come out of that. Okay, we have the Hermit. So I have the Knight of Swords on top of that. You know, and the Knight of Swords is pretty fast-moving energy. Eight of Cups. Kind of feels like two people going in two different directions here. Hope you guys can see that. But it's like two people going in two different directions because I feel okay. What I'm feeling right now is it's like, you know, I'm saying two people going in opposite direction, but I feel it's energy. It's your energy and someone else's energy going in two different directions who are meant to come together. I feel like this is the coming together. We've got the Fool in reverse. So that's a new beginning. And it's also about being able to walk through our fear. It's in reverse, though. Well, you're afraid of the unknown. You're afraid of, you know, even if you look at all these cups down here. I know it's a little harder to see here on these cards. You know, but you're walking, it's like, this is the past, and you're walking away from the past, and you're walking away from past hurt, you know, past pain, and you're seeking clarity. And that's probably why it came out on the Hermit card. Because that's what I feel like. I feel like that's exactly what she's doing. The way she's walking right to the Hermit card, right? You guys see that? So it's like you're going to go within for a little while. But this is also being able to put that past behind us. Though, you know, it doesn't mean that remnants of the past won't stay with you. You know, even if you look at this, there's like cups like here and there. But you're seeking clarity. You're seeking self-discovery. You want spiritual help here. And I feel that's exactly this Knight of Swords is. I mean, number one, you know, he's not on, he's above the clouds. So that tells me he hasn't come in yet. And you're not seeing each other yet. But it's not that your backs are against each other. You know, it's like while you see clarity, he's coming in. And, you know, the Fool in reverse, I feel, you know, much like this energy, you feel you're not ready. And perhaps you're not ready. And that's okay. Because I feel that, you know, maybe it's going to be September. I don't know. But I feel that, I feel like going into hermit mode, self-discovery. You know, talking to your guides, your angels, like really going within, brings you a lot of clarity. And that will help turn the Fool around. And now, when the Fool turns around, she's looking right at him. Look at that, the Hierophant. You know, maybe it's a spiritual union coming together. I do know this, if you allow this to happen, and I think you should, I feel like there's a real peace and contentment with this person. And I feel there's, it's like transformation within yourself. And I can't ignore, right below the Hermit, is the Ten of Cups. It's the happily ever after card. So it does make perfect sense. Well, you're going into hermit mode. The universe is working behind the scenes for you. And here's this blessing you've been looking for. This person coming in. Remember, the card was this way. And I feel like when you emerge from hermit mode with a much more clear understanding, a feeling of true spirituality, I feel like this is where the two of you end up married. You know, that energy of dreams coming true. I don't know how else to say it. It's like dreams coming true. But again, you have to allow it. Okay, let's get down to the Lovers. I don't know why I'm doing your reading this way, Libra. Very seldom I do a reading this way, but, you know, I hope you guys are okay with this. It just is how I was pulled to do it. Okay, so we have the Lovers. And we have Temperance. You know, this is about perfect timing. This is about patience and trusting in universal timing. That's perfect timing. So for some of you, you've been waiting perhaps for a Gemini, perhaps for another Libra to come in. And for some of you, this energy already, you have some, I feel like for some of you, they came in June. And for others, this energy hasn't come in yet. I'm sorry, I'm just like getting lost in the image. You know, I'm like feeling quite the sad energy right now. It almost makes me want to cry, to be honest. Because I feel like there's someone, or I'm sure more than one, who feel very, very lost right now. Very lost. In many areas of your life. But I have to tell you, don't give up. Because for you too, it's like, here's the light at the end of the tunnel. What's that saying? It's darkest right before the storm. I kind of feel like you're sitting in a storm, like a storm of energy. And I do mean like you're struggling financially. You know, I feel like you are alone. You may be a single mom or a single dad. And I feel like you are trying your damnedest to supply the best life you can to yourself. But for some of you, I feel, for your children also, I feel there's a lot of struggle here. Not struggle. You know, okay. I feel like there's at least one Libra out there who has a child or children, and you are by yourself, and you are feeling so lost and so lonely. You are struggling financially. You are robbing Peter to pay Paul. I feel like you don't even have family close by, or if you do, it's not the type of family where you can even be honest about what you're going through. Because I do feel like there's a need to let people know that you're struggling. Son of a bitch. That's what I want to say. Son of a bitch. I just like want to find you and I want to hug you, is what I want to do. So I'm giving you a spiritual hug. Because you are not alone. I've been down this road. And many of us have. And I can tell you, this is just for right now. Just for now. Because I do feel like there is this person coming in. You know, beautiful. Yeah, I feel like someone's coming in like saving the day in a way. I want to put this card up again because this is the Ten of Swords. And I don't even have to explain the energy. I know you guys all know it. But what I do want to remind you is a 10. It's a 10. It's not a 6. You know, so you don't have to get through 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You are at the end. You just have to hang in there just a little bit longer. I feel like with the High Priestess showing here, you know what I feel like? I feel like your soul family. Because what it feels like is you don't have the support here or where you're at, you know, where you're living. You may have support outside of your town, though I kind of don't even feel that. But what you do have is a beautiful soul family, beautiful angels, and beautiful guides who are helping you right now as we speak, right this second. They're helping you to bring this to an end. To bring that to an end. Look at that, the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is the energy of, crying over spilt milk. Crying over what we don't have and not seeing what we do have. Or not seeing what we have as a blessing. Because we're so focused on what we lost. This is in reverse. So this energy is also ending. With the Five of Cups, there are 2 cups that remain. There they are. I'm trying to think where on this card. There's 2 cups that remain. Look at the magic with these cups. It's almost like 2 angels handing you these cups. Or 2 angels bringing these cups together. Look at that. Your eyes are still closed. So you don't see it yet. Remember, it's coming to an end. 2 cups remain. Whoops. 2 blessed cups. Wow. Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Okay. 7 of Earth. 7 of Earth is that energy of intention. The planting our seeds of intention on what it is we want, we need in our life. This is a card of action, though, okay? So this is a card of saying, I've always wanted to own my own business. And you plant that seed of intention into the universe. But then it's also about taking action. Eventually, though. It's also about trusting. That's probably the main thing. It's trusting within the universe. Trusting in universal flow. Listen, this is all about universal flow. Universal flow. All of these. It's like almost all of them. It's like divinely guided. It's when we release the timing and the universe says hello. So this is much like patience and temperance. This is trusting in what you have already, the intentions you have already put out there. Trusting that it will come back to you. Know it. You have to know it. That's the thing. It's not even trusting. It's knowing it. Knowing that it's coming to me. I don't know when. And I don't know how it's going to show up. But I do know it's coming. And it will come. Okay. So, the unknown card. I didn't even know that was in a deck. In this deck. And the 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles is in reverse. So perhaps that's what the unknown card is about, what I just said. Just knowing. Without knowing how you know. It's like, I know something's going to happen. I don't know how I know it. I don't know why I know it. I don't know where, I just know it. I trust it. So I feel like with the Three of Pentacles in reverse on that, I feel like what it's saying to you is, you know, make sure that you are planting your seeds of intention. Make sure that you're doing it with a positive mindset. Make sure that what it is you truly want in life, that you're putting action behind it to bring it to you and not expecting it to fall from the sky. Miracles happen every single day, every second of every day. There is a miracle. But this is about not waiting for the miracle. This is about creating your own miracle. So, Page of Swords. You know, this is about, can be about challenging, a challenging beginning, let's say. But it's only the beginning that's challenging. So this is like, don't give up right before you're about to manifest. Don't give up. Last but not least, Ten of Cups and King of Pentacles. I swear this guy has made his way into my readings for the last 2 months. I think he has showed up in everyone's readings. He better make up his mind where he wants to be and who he wants to be with. So for some of you, again, you know, we had the Hermit sitting above it. And now the King of Pentacles sitting on this card. So we can't deny it, right? Some of you, it is Virgo. You know, it can certainly be Taurus or Capricorn too. But we can't deny what's here. Like the Sun. So the Sun's in reverse. But it doesn't mean that it stopped shining for us. You know, the Sun is about happy times, happy outcomes. Well, so is the Ten of Cups. So perhaps this is about needing to wait a little longer. Nine of Cups, beautiful. Nine of Cups. Ten of Cups, Nine of Cups. You know, the nine, okay, now I get it. So the Nine of Cups is about the journey. It's the journey and the beauty within the journey. The Ten of Cups is the destination. It's the outcome. It's where we arrive. So I feel like this is telling you, right now, enjoy your journey. Because this is where you're ending up. But enjoy every moment of the journey. You know, the Sun in reverse makes perfect sense now. With the Nine of Cups. Almost. You know, you can look at this as almost there. But it's not an almost there card. It is a card that's telling you, enjoy this love and beauty and all this, you know, the happy times and the giggling and the romance. Enjoy it. And if it ends up in a marriage, beautiful. If this is who you end up having a family with, beautiful. Which, you know, is so weird I just said that because just notice she's carrying a baby. She's holding a little baby. Okay, well this could also mean you're in the journey of it and you will be having babies. Just not right this moment. But it's because you're supposed to enjoy each other as man and woman, you know, or man and man, woman and woman, you know, you're as two adults. Let's put it that way. Because let's face it, once the baby comes, even though the love is great and, you know, it's unbelievable, and it can certainly strengthen a relationship, I feel the point that's being made here is there is so much fun and love and sensuality and romance that you don't want to skip that part of it. Just know that you're ending up here. Look at that, Knight of Wands in reverse. I love that. This is about not worrying. Don't worry. This is about having courage, continuing on, and letting go of the worry. You know, you have 2 9s here. One up, one reverse. And, you know, you can even look at this as the worry is over now. The worry is over. And let's do the page. Let's, you know, let's not leave the page out. You know what, no, I'm going to stick with this deck. It's just a couple cards on the page. So the page, again, a new person entering your life. For love. This is love. You know, this doesn't have to be a person. It could be, you know, it could be that you're bored one day and you're at a friend's house and they're an artist and you see an easel and a paintbrush and you're like, you know what, I'm just going to pick it up and try it. And you find out that you absolutely love it. So it's that energy of, I don't know. It's certainly an energy of your intuition being heightened. Queen of Swords. 6 of Wands. I just want to make sure I didn't have my whole deck upside down. Look at that. The Hermit again. The 2 Wands. I don't know why I just took so many cards. So the Queen of Swords in reverse, I feel like this is very simple. I feel like this is about, I'm sorry, it sounds like someone's having a fight outside my window. This is about, I feel like this is just you setting down your defenses, like not having to feel defensive any longer. You know, it's like victory over that. And then we have the Hermit again. But I feel like this is more victory because, listen, with the 2 Wands, this is us normally looking out into the future. But it is reversed. So I feel like this is telling you, especially with the Hermit, that your true happiness lies within. The answers to your problems, your feelings, your heaviness lies within. Lies within. So I feel like, Libra, this would be a great month for you to really spend time outdoors. You know, and I do mean outdoors. I mean getting your feet dirty. Like, not just putting your feet on the ground, but like getting them dirty. Like being a kid. You know, with the energy I feel right now, it's like if I could all send you on a camping trip, that's what I would do. Because I feel like that's the type of energy you need to carry with you for July. Like light and carefree and trusting in the universe. Even you down here, the universe has your back. Remember that. And we all love you. So I feel like my final words to you for this reading is go get dirty. Like, go play. Go have fun. But really get into nature. Because I just feel like you need it. Not absolutely need it, but I feel like it will project you into the future in the way that you want to see the outcome. Okay, well, Libra, I hope you're okay with this reading again. I rather enjoyed it. I have to tell you. I rather enjoyed this spread. I hope you guys did. You'll let me know, I'm sure, by your likes and, you know, your thumb up, thumb down. You know, even just looking right here, I feel like July is about making decisions about your foundation. I feel like it's a month of going within deep, not being afraid of asking the hard questions. And for many of you, it's going to be about opening your heart. But I don't feel like there's a whole lot of blocks upon you. I really don't. You know, and listen, 10 of Cups, it's for everyone. You know, very seldom do I actually read the words. A contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. Trustworthy relationships. Beautiful. Just need to make some decisions, okay? Don't let yourself sit in decision mode for too long. You know, go into the hermit mode. Seek the true answers, the real answers, and then move on it. Just move on it. Okay, Libra, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for allowing me the liberty of just playing. Because honestly, this is when I love doing readings the most. When, you know, there's no rhyme or reason. There's no, I mean, there is, but you know what I mean. So, thank you guys. I love you. Thank you so much. Enjoy this month. Enjoy the love that's coming your way. Enjoy the transformation that's coming your way. And especially for those who feel like they, you know, they are at the bottom. I want to tell you, you are rising. You are rising. And your spiritual team is behind you. Know that they're there with you. Know that they're there with your child and children, okay? All right, Libra, I love you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.